Alright, good day everyone. So welcome back to my YouTube channel, Kasaligan Vlogs. And today we'll be talking about, I'll be teaching all about slope-intercept form. And in standard, this is one of the standard form of a line, straight line. So this is analytic geometry. So we have here the slope-intercept form. If a line L intersects at the y-axis at a point 0b, then b is called the y-intercept of the line. Likewise, if L intersects the x-axis at a point a0, then a is called the x-intercept of the line. So if we let b1, x sub 1, y sub 1 is equal to 0b, then the slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. So mostly in the book, it is written like this. So that is the given is always the y-intercept. But in some cases, what if the x-intercept is given? So no need to evaluate for another one, but we have to devise another formula in order for you to have the y and the x-intercept with a slope given. So in this case, the y-intercept is given and the slope is given. So how about if the x-intercept is given and the slope? So we have here the supplied formula. But in books, we offered only y is equal to mx plus b. But I devised here a formula for the x-intercept, which is y is equal to x minus a, quantity x minus a4, given the x-intercept and the slope. So how did we come up with the y is equal to mx plus b? Here is the concept and how to derive or how to get the concept about y is equal to mx plus b. So let us have this line. Okay, so this is line. It's stated that if a line intersects the y-axis at a point 0b and b is called the y-intercept. So since the title is the slope-intercept form, given the slope and the intercept, either the y or the x-intercept. Let's start with the y-intercept and the slope. So we have here the point here. So let's name this one since this intersect at the y-intercept. So the point here is 0b. So if that is 0b, so given the slope, so let us have the slope. So the rise over run. So rise here, rise over run. So let us have this assume that this is the second point of the line. So the line, it should have 2 points determine a line. So we have here another point so that it would determine a line. That is according to geometry that 2 points determine a line. So therefore we have here the line. Now, since this is our x sub 1 and y sub 1, so we'll let this name another point here is x and y. So this is the point because the slope here, the rise over the run here. Okay, the rise over the run. So we have here the slope and the x-intercept. Or we can have this apart here so we could form a right angle here because the slope is equal to the tangent of the equation or the line. Okay, so we have here, since the slope is equal to y minus y sub 1 over x minus x sub 1, or shall we say, let us name this one as y because the given is y, not y sub 2. So let us have y. Since the slope is, we can have this one as the change of y over the change of x. So we say the distance between y and over the distance between x or x. Alright. So we have here m is equal to y minus y sub 1 over x sub 1. So given the point here is 0b and the slope is given also. So if the slope is given, so we have here m is equal to y, since this is unknown, minus y sub 1 is b. Okay, So over, which is our x is x minus 0. So cross multiply, we have here m times x minus 0 is equal to y minus b. So that is mx. This is 0, so therefore we have here y minus b. So if we are going to let this in a form of y is equal to mx plus b, so we come up with y is equal to mx plus b. So we come up with this formula here, the same in the given definition. So that's all about slope-intercept form in terms of y-intercept. So how about the x-intercept, given the x-intercept? So let us have first this part, okay? So since the x-intercept is here, so let us have first this one as our a0. So since we have here the rise here and the run, so we could compose a right triangle here, and let us name this point as x and y, and this is our x sub 1 and y sub 1. So we have here the change of x and the change of y. Since the slope is equal to this part, y minus y sub 1 over x minus x sub 1, or shall we say the change of y over the change of x. So we have here given, so m is equal to y minus y sub 1, so y minus y sub 1, which is 0, over x minus, since our a sub 1 is equal to a, so m cross multiply x minus a is equal to y, or shall we say y is equal to m times x minus a. So we could devise that the formula when the given is the x-intercept and the y-intercept is this: y is equal to x minus a. But take notes, presented in the book is y is equal to mx plus b for slope. This is just a further given if x-intercept is given. So we could devise this formula. Alright? Again, so given in the book is y is equal to mx plus b, but I devise that the formula when x-intercept is given and given the slope and the x-intercept, this is the formula in finding for this part. Okay, so we are now in number 1. Okay, let's proceed with number 1. Find the general equation of the line with a slope of 2/3 and y-intercept of -4. So we have here, since the y-intercept is -4 here, so this is the point. So since the slope is 2/3, so the line is positive, the slope is positive, the line is going to the right. So since we have here the rise which is 2, so 1 into, and the run of 3, 1, 2, and 3. So the expected line here is we have 3 and -2. Okay, so since according to geometry, 2 points determine a line, so we need to have 2 points here. So we have now the 2 points, so it is the line with a positive slope of 2/3 and the y-intercept of -4. So possibly the point that we are going to find for to complete the line is 3 and -2. Alright, so but we need to apply the concept about the slope-intercept form, since the given is the y-intercept and the slope, which is 2/3, so we will simply use the y is equal to mx plus b. And we are looking for the general equation. So y is equal to the slope of 2/3, then x minus the y-intercept, which is 4. Since we need to simplify this part, we can multiply it by 3 here and also by 3 here. So this is 3y is equal to this part is we have 2/3 x. So in this part we have 2x minus 12. So right, so 3, right, cancel this 3, and this is negative 4. So 3y is equal to 2x minus 12, rather, copy. And we have to transform this one in general equation. So 2x minus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the line with a slope of 2/3 and the y-intercept is negative 4. Okay, so let's try by the use of this point if this point is within the line or within this line. So we have here 2 times 3 minus 3 times negative 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. So 6 plus 6 minus 12 is equal to 0. So 12 minus 12 is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. Check. So therefore, we could possibly have the point 3, negative 2. So this is the line 2x minus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0. So let's proceed now to the next number. Find the general equation of the line with the slope 1/5 and x is equal to, the x-intercept is equal to 3. So first, so we have to plot here, which is the x-intercept, which is positive 3. Alright, so this is the x-intercept. And we have the slope, which is the rise, 1, and the run, which is here, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the point here is 1 and 8. So the next point that we could find is 1 and 8. So we could possibly, this is the line. So what is this equation? So by the use of the slope and the x-intercept form here, and we need to find the general equation, so we could simply use y is equal to m times x minus 8. So y, the slope is 1/5, and with the x-intercept, which is 3 minus 3. So to simplify this, multiply all terms by both terms by 3, right, and both sides by 3, so right and left side. So 3y is equal to, oh no, rather by 5. Okay, by 5. So this is 5y x minus 3. So since we have here the general equation, so x minus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. So this is the equation here. So x minus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. Since we're going to check whether this point 1,8 is within this line, so we have here 1 minus 5 times, alright, so x 1,8. So rather 8, this is 8, 8, this is our, or rather this is 8, 1, okay, 8, 1. So this is rather 8, 1, so therefore 8 minus 5 times 1 minus 3 is equal to 0. Again, this is 8, 1 rather, I stand corrected, this is 8 and 1. So 8 minus 5 minus 3 is equal to 0. So therefore 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. Check. So therefore the equation is x minus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's proceed with the number 3. Find the general equation of the line passes through negative 3, 8 and parallel to 7x plus 2y plus 9 is equal to 0. Since the concept that we're going to talk here is all about slope-intercept form, so we have to apply the formula given. So we have here the parallel, so this is the line 7x. So this equation is 7x plus 2y plus 9 is equal to 0. So we need to find another line which is parallel to this line. Okay, so it passes through negative 3 and 8. So this is the line here. It passes through negative 3 and 8. Okay, So it passes through negative 3 and 8. Okay. So first, since this is parallel, so M1 is equal to M2. So by the use of the formula, M is equal to negative A over B. So we could simply say that the slope is negative 7 over 2. So if the slope is negative 7 over 2, by the use of Y is equal to mx plus b, okay? So Y given here, okay. Since the slope is given, since we don't have yet the b or the y-intercept, so we need to look for the y-intercept. So it passes through negative 3, 8, so therefore we have to substitute here in the value because this is the line it passes through. So negative 3, 8, so our y is 8, so this is m, which is negative 7 over 2 times the value for x, negative 3 plus b. Again, we need to look for the slope and the y-intercept. Since the slope we have already, so we need to find for the y-intercept. So we have here 8 is equal to 21 over 2 plus b. So we need to multiply all sides by 2. So to simplify, we have 16 is equal to 21 plus 2b. So since we have here 16 minus 21, 2b, so this is negative 5 is equal to 2b. So our b is equal to negative 5 over 2. So since we have now the y-intercept, we could now find the equation of the line. So to find for the equation of the line, y is equal to mx plus b. So y, given the slope of negative 7 over 2x and minus 5 over 2. So multiply both sides by 2 to simplify. Alright, so 2, so this is 2y is equal to negative 7x minus 5, since that is you have to distribute. So we have here 2y, alright, so 2y plus 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. Since the general equation is 7x plus we have 2y plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is the another equation of a line which is parallel to 7x plus 2y plus 9 is equal to 0. How would you say that this is parallel? Same A and same B. So since we need to have the slope of negative 7 over 2, so we have to count here the another point. So we could create another point, negative 7. So we have here 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have another point here is 2. So we have, okay, so we have 1 and 2 here. Okay, so negative 7 over 2, since this is parallel, so we could choose another form of this line. So we have here, okay, so we could have this part again, so 7 over 2, negative 7. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, alright, this is 2 pala ang distance. So, not this, 2 pala here. So, 2 pala ito. So, 1, 2, so minus 7, that is 4, negative 1. Okay, negative 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is here, and going to the right, which is 1, and this is 1. So the point here is -1 and 1. So we could plot here. Oh my god. So we could have -1 and 1. Again, by counting this part, since by 2 pala ito. So 1, 2, here. Mag-start here. So this is the point, rather. This is here the point, because this is 3. Okay, 3. So this is the point. Okay, so we have here 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. So this is all about 1. So we have another 1 going here, 1 and 2. So this is -1 and 1. Okay, so this is -1 and 1. This is the line, rather. Okay, here. So this is the line. We'll erase this part. Eraser. Okay. Okay, this line. So we have here the point. Okay. So 1, -1 and 1. By the use of this part, so 7 times -1 plus 2 times 1 plus 5 is equal to 0. Alright. Ano nangyari dito? So -7 plus 2 plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is 0 is equal to 0. Okay, check. So find the general equation. So the general equation 7x plus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0. So again, this is another point, which is -1 and -2. So this line is 7x plus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's proceed with number 4. We're now in number 4. So the question for number 4 is find the general equation of the line with x-intercept -3 in parallel to 4x plus 7y is equal to -1. Since we need to find for, we have here the x-intercept, which is -3 here. So this is, the point is -3 and 0. So we have here another line of this part, which is parallel to this part. So since it's parallel, so this 4x plus 7y is equal to 1, we need to find the slope here. Since the slope of m1 and m2 is equal, should be equal because it's parallel, so m is equal to -a over b. So we have here, we have a is -4 and b is 7. So the slope is -4 and 7. Since we need to find for the equation, so y is equal to, since the given is x-intercept, so we have here m times x minus a. So since we have now the slope, so we have here y is equal to -4 over 7 x, which is the x-intercept, so it will become plus 3 because -3. Okay, so to simplify this part, we have to multiply it by 7 both terms, both sides rather. So 7y is equal to -4 times x plus 3. So 7y is equal to negative 4x minus 12. Alright, to have a general equation, so we have here 4x plus 7y plus 12 is equal to 0. So this is the equation with x-intercept and parallel to 4x plus 7y is equal to 1. So again, the line here is 4x plus 7y plus 12 is equal to 0. Since 4 and 7, so we could say that they are parallel. Alright, so we have here, try this. Find the general equation of the line with a given condition. Slope of negative 2 and y-intercept of 3/4. Slope of 2/3 and x-intercept of negative 4. In passing through negative 3/4 and x-intercept of negative 1. And through 1/8 perpendicular to 3x plus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. Again, you have to use the concept about slope-intercept form in solving the equation of the line. So thank you so much for listening today, and hope you learned something today. And please do not forget to subscribe and share this video to your classmates or friends out there. So good luck, and God bless. Thank you.